So what we're doing today is we're gonna set up some seeds to start germinating inside. And then I got some smaller little cups over there from the dollar store that are kind of a peat pot. You want to grab those, what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. They're really cute little cups. They're made out of like egg cartons.
And they're really not big enough for what we, if you were really setting up a real transplant. But I'm just going to use these for some quick things that I'm going to get germinated inside. Maybe get a set of leaves going, and then we'll just like tear this off. You could probably plant this into the garden, but I'll tear it off because it'll be real soft by that time, and so I'll just tear it off. So I got, we all know about the paper towel theory, but I was just real curious and wanted a refresher on, germinating from seed and like, in something other than soil and then transferring it to soil. So I was looking at Backyard Eden, and he talked about, he used paper towels because he didn't drink coffee, but we don't use paper towels, and it was just as easy for me to get a $1 pack of these that won't get used as paper towels by somebody else in my house. So what I'm doing is I'm writing here on the top what it is that we're putting in here. We're just gonna put like probably 2 or 3 seeds in, and I've got a container over here that's got a little bit of water in it. You want to grab that spray bottle because we're gonna need it in a minute. And so I'm gonna write the names on here, and then I'm gonna pass them over to May, and I'm gonna let her drop the seeds in them and get them misted. So this is the eggplant.
It already has.
And spray it. Oh, your bag was shining bright in my face, Joe.
Okay, it's all sprayed.
Okay, so pick these. Let's pick these up. Don't lick your finger. Crazy kids. Okay, open it up. You need to gently open it up for me.
There we go.
And then we're just gonna lay one there.
And the last one here.
Now fold it back over.
Now we're gonna fold it back over. Last year I did do some germinating, but as he said, we used paper towels. We germinated.
Well, he said it would probably be better not to use paper towels because if you let your seeds go too long, it can grow into the fiber of the paper towel. And so him and some other people had kind of talked about using coffee filters. So you want to get 3 seeds out of there, and I'll just write on here what it is, and we can get a system going.
Yeah. Oh.
So I'm mostly doing things like squashes, eggplants, melons, things like that are the things that I'm getting going in these little germination situations. I took an inventory today of all the things that I've got over here that have made it. And so I've got 2 Anaheim, I've got 1 Great White, I've got 4 Cherokee Purple, and they all kind of are in different stages of, there's one that's really amazing, and then they all kind of go down from there. I've got 5 Ace 55s. I've got 1 Cal Wonder bell pepper, 2 red cherry tomatoes, 1 random pepper that I lost the label to, but I can just tell by the leaves that it's a pepper. And I've got 1 surviving tomatilla over there and 2 punta bandas. So I've got a couple more tomatoes, obviously, that I'm going to germinate for because I want to grow some of my Valentine seeds that I got. And I want another tomatilla because I really want a lot of tomatillas this year. So, okay, this is just says cucumber.
I have a question. If we lay that on top, isn't it gonna,
We're just gonna kind of set this to the side until we get ready to put it in the Ziploc bag. So now you can miss that one, and then here will be your seeds. And so get 3 out of there. So this is our plan, and I just wanted to kind of bring you in and show you a little bit about how we're putting this together, because hopefully, because today's Saturday, and hopefully by Monday when we do the garden tour and when you get to see this footage, some of these, cross our fingers, will actually be germinated, because I'm going to get it pretty warm in here. Just put them in here right now. That way they'll be right beside you. Okay, so now we've got all of our eggplants, squashes, a couple of extra peppers and tomatoes that I wanted as backups. And we're going to put this inside of the Ziploc bag, and we're going to get it going on the heating pad. Okay, so I'm getting this heating pad situated down here. And it says that low is 86 degrees, so that's all we're going to do is low. So I got the towel down here. And then I'm going to lay the other half of the towel over it. And then I'm going to put my seeds right here. And then I'm going to fold the towel back over on top of the seeds. Like that.
So that, like, if you need, you just take off that top part of the towel to check on the seeds every day.
Yeah, so I can just lift it up like that. But otherwise, that's going to keep them dark, and it's going to keep them warm, and I'm just going to put this on low. It's day 3, and I'm just checking out my seedlings here that I've had germinating. I put these in the Ziploc bag on Saturday, and today's Wednesday, and I've just kind of been having intermittent heating pad going on. But I've got one watermelon here that's starting to kick out and germinate for me, so I just thought I'd check in with you real quick. I'm keeping a close eye on these because I don't want to get them too far gone. I don't want to forget about them, so I can get them moved over as quick as possible. So these are just getting through some tomatoes that I'm trying to germinate here, and it looks like that watermelon might be the only thing that is kicking a tail off, but I still think that's pretty good considering the fact that, like I said, my heating pad kicks off and on its own every hour, so I'm doing my best to keep up with keeping it turned on. But there's a little check-in on the seedling germination process. It's day 4 of our seeds being in the bag. So let's check it out and see what we've got going on. So there's a quick look, and we'll check in with you tomorrow. Today's day 5. And here are the seeds. Let's see how they look. So everything's looking great on day 5. So today is day 6 of our germination process, and they're super warm right now because I've been really paying attention this morning to keeping them warm. But I thought today I would go through these. I'm going to separate them into ones that have already gotten, you know, a pretty good little tail that I could plant this evening or tomorrow, and we'll get that all filmed for you. Separate them into those, and then into ones that have not really done anything and need to stay in the germination nest. So this is our tray that we're gonna move if it's ready to get planted and stuff. So this Waltham has got quite a little tail there, if you can see. So we're gonna move him over, him, her, it there. Same here with this, some kind of squash. That's a early straight neck. Let me see if I flip these over, maybe we can go back to the squashes. Let's look at this cantaloupe. So this cantaloupe has not got any action, so I'm gonna just put it here because it's gonna go back in the bag. And however, look at this watermelon. This watermelon is like super ready to get planted. So we'll put it over here in this stack. And woo, look at that. That spaghetti squash is ready to go. So I'm definitely gonna have to get these planted today. I thought maybe I could get away with getting them over here tomorrow, but these ones that are bigger, this is the blue Hubbard, and this I saw can end up being like a 40 to 60 pound squash. So these are definitely gonna need to get into some soil today. And this is eggplant, and there's not really any action there. And this is a straight neck squash, and it's got one little tail right there. But since the other two are not, I'm gonna leave it in here, and then, you know, by Saturday or Sunday, if that one has, you know, is the only one, I'll take it out and go ahead and get it into some soil. And this is a Market More cucumber, and there's 2 of them that are ready. So I'm gonna move this over and I'll plant those 2, and then I'll move that one back into here, because this is still gonna stay warm. It's just gonna be in this container instead of this bag because I'm out of bags and I still need to get this job done. So this is Armenian cucumbers, and there's nothing going on there. Our zucchini, one of them has got a really big root on it, so I'm actually gonna put it over here, and I'll get it planted, and then I'll move its siblings back over here. This yellow crooknet, so 2 of these have got good little roots going on, so I'll move it, and then like I said, I'll transfer the slow grower back over here. This Roma has actually got 3 of them that have got little roots on them, so we'll move that over. This great white tomato, it's got a little bit going on there and just a tiny bit there, so I think I'm gonna keep it warm for another day or 2. The Brad's Atomic Grape, yep, all 3 of them have got a little root going on there, so we'll move them over. And the Indigo Apple, 2 of those have got a significant little root. This one not so much, so we'll get those 2 going. This is a tomatillo, and I don't know if I've got any tomatillas that are doing decent as far as my transplants outside, but I've got 1 there and 1 there that look okay, but I think I really want to give these 1 more day in this bag. With the sweet basil, we've got 2 of those that look good. So I'm gonna move them over here. I'm gonna put these guys, so we almost have half and half of our seeds germinated in 6 days, so that's pretty good. And there's no harm in letting these go some more time. And so we'll put these back in here, and then we're actually gonna flip this where this side is down. And we're gonna put this lid on. This is gonna conclude our little conquest here, experiment, I don't know what you want to call it, of germinating seeds in little coffee filters. And I never mentioned at the beginning, we don't drink coffee, and we really try to only use paper towels, kind of like a holiday kind of thing. And I'm sure we'll get better and better with that. So we don't buy paper towels, and we don't drink coffee. So this was that's why I chose to go with the coffee filters. That way, you know, it was something that I knew that would stick around, whereas if I bought a roll of paper towels, it would probably end up getting used in some way. So this is a dedicated thing, and I've still got like probably 200 coffee filters that I got for $1. So this, even just intermittently being paid attention to on a heating pad, maybe turned on once or twice a day for an hour. 6 days, half of our stuff germinated. Either this afternoon or tomorrow, I'm gonna get these potted up and we'll film that for you so you can see all that fun. And I'm still trying to decide if I'm gonna use little cups or if I'm gonna use bigger cups. And after looking at all that, I kind of think that the really smaller seeds that I might start out with in my littler cups and then move up as they go. But the ones that are already a good size seed, like those squashes, I think I'm going to go ahead and put them in the bigger cups, and then that's going to give me the freedom that if it takes me more time than I think to get them transplanted to the garden, then they won't get choked up in their roots. So thanks so much for watching us go through this 6-day germination process, and I hope you have the best day ever.